Всем привет! Мы продолжаем трансляцию Kingdom Come Deliverance. Теперь с модом на сохранение. Это очень хороший мод, я понимаю, весь реализм, все дела по игре. Но мне очень времени мало на поиграть, потому вот делаем так вот. И у нас игра сохранена. Никаких проблем. Наслаждаемся. Теперь можно спокойно играть.
Now you've got me fucking mad!
I'll be with you.
I'm with you,
Парни,
Henry.
я это пропускаю, потому что я уже это все сообщался, так что скучновато. Общаться по этому поводу.
Well. Now I see you.
Так, я сначала куплю уголь, потому что не хочу потом быть потрепанным после драки. Так как рубаха у меня будет порвана, и отношения между людьми будут хуже. Да, тут очень влияет одежда на общение с людьми. Так, итого мне нужно купить 10 угля. Возможно, он даже будет использоваться в дальнейшем. Так, крапива мне тоже не надо, да, она вроде бесконечная, бери сколько хочешь. Состояние торговца 20, так что еще можно продавать нормально. Да, пойдет. Пойдет. Олег. Еще хлеб продадим, яблоко уже, наверное, не влезет. Да, еще яйцо походу влезет. Да, и возможно сыр влезет. Нет, да, сыр уже не влезет. Это даже, наверное, вот так вот. Яблок, наверное. Че так яблоки быстро гниют? Пипец. Вот так вот. Поторгуемся. Так, че нужно?
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Are we agreed?
Давай.
Sounds pretty interesting. A little less, and I'll be satisfied. Aye, that would do it.
Зашибись. Я даже не знаю, куда идти. Все это говорит. Наверное, надо пойти побросаться говном. Так себе идея, но все же.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except mother.
Да, мы это уже тоже все общались.
Yes.
can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
It's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal.
Трудности у них имена.
Sir Ratzi
Извините.
is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Ну, фрицам можно. Не то, что я бы не любил немцев, но в те времена они творили беспредел.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss.
Satisfied?
Так, секунду.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Welcome. What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Я отмечу.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, doshes.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest
Тут
German
драка.
fashion.
Ну ладно.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now!
Damn! Let's go!
Are you serious? What the hell? Damn!
Good health to you, Henry. Lord want you.
Так, вы круг почета делаете или что? Куда бежим?
Hey!
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot. How did things end up at the Deutsches?
His whole house is covered in shit.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him.
Good point.
Anyway. How did things end?
Good point.
Anyway.
То есть отмычка не дадут, да?
What did you actually do in Kuttenberg?
Oh, all sorts. You had to be able to put your hand to anything if you wanted to make a living. But I was never far from iron.
I'd like to see Kuttenberg sometime.
I'll take you there one day, never fear. It's a beautiful city. But in the end, you'll learn the best places here by the Sassau. We've kind nobles, fertile land, and plenty of everything.
And do you know Sir Radzig well?
We've known each other long enough. About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Actually,
get up.
Так, а зачем вообще нам шалфей?
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today... Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. So. No. All right. No. The stabbing. Try it a few times. Good. All right. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Very good. Fine. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired at first. Remember though, train hard. You don't become a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience.
Шахты как-то интересно стоит. Травничество — это еще и навык. Я даже не знал, что на травничество это навык. Навыки. А, да, травничество. Больше да, проще собрать лечебные травы. Прикольно. Ну, так мы когда будем качать сейчас. Считаю, что я все равно с этой территории вылечу. Нужно заняться сбором травы. Я сейчас прям и накачаю себе уровень. Вот и как бы я это делал без травничества. Вернее, без сохранения. Это же был полный звездец. Я сейчас бы пошел насобирал травы, потом бы убил курицу, и игра бы у меня зависла. И начинаю все сначала. Так, а с каждым уровнем все больше надо травы собрать, чтобы его получить. Ну, конечно, попроще догадаться, какую траву собирать. Она вот просто растет, трава как трава. Ну, уровни клепаются. Дешевле, детка. Так, сколько у нас уже шлафей, да? Шлафея. Если он стоит столько, сколько я думаю, так я себе еще и броню куплю. Почему люди пишут, что, блин, так тяжело заработать бабло? Вон травы, непаханное поле. Ходи, собирай. Да, напряжно, долго, все дела. Мы не хотим тратить на это время, мы пойдем убивать людей, зарабатывать только боя. Привыкайте использовать различные механики в игре, чтобы заработать денег. Иногда, чтобы заработать денег, нужно попотеть. Не всегда делать то, что тебе нравится. Ох, как же ты долго качаешься. На 4-м. Ну, я же по умению. Написано же на 4-м. А, на 5-м. Я понял, ладно. Ну, транчество хотя бы, я так понял, можно все вкачать. А долго я тут долго буду копить. Какое интересное занятие собирать траву. Ладно, я понял, чуваки, да, реально скучно, вот просто скучно. Бродить и собирать траву, учитывая, что вот эта вот анимация от сбора просто жесть. Просто жесть. Да, знаю, что если я сразу же качаю. Наверное, чтобы быстрее травку собирать. Чтобы больше травы за раз собиралось. Потому что, например, просто сделать ее дороже продажи как бы норм, но... О, доступно новое очко обучения. Игрок. Так. Плюс за обаяние. Конечно, плюс за обаяние. Черт, это корова. Так, нам здесь действовать надо, чтобы их сила качалась, да? Ну, ладненько. А шалфей является ароматной травой? Кто знает? Кто знает, кто знает, пишите. Проверим ваши знания по поводу знания ароматных трав, потому что у меня их они, походу, не особо. Ну, вроде как бы ароматная, но кто его знает. Надо собирать ее. О, может, овцу завалить. Ну, что думает по поводу заваления осы? А, блин, они слишком быстрые. Я уже пробовал их дознать ранее. О, боже, как долго. Как долго собирал я шалфей. Ну, кстати, это самый реальный способ прокачивать. травку. Но все равно ее надо собирать. Вот мы ходим, собираем, занимаемся ахинеей. Я только не знаю, после пролога у нас же, надеюсь, инвентарь не опустеет. А то я собираюсь заработать немало бабла. Так, а что у нас вообще с инвентарем, ну? А, еще можем насобираем. Интересно, вот смена дней и ночи же не произойдет, да? До пролога. Ага. А более голодным я буду? Как вы думаете? Ставим палец вверх, если я прав, и палец вниз, если не прав. Так, совсем чуть-чуть осталось. Так, а больше за раз? Это типа я нагнулся и собрал сразу все поле или как? Или у меня просто больше инвентаря травы становится? Сколько там уже он собрал? 148 шалфеев? Вот это пучок. Чуваки, броня у него в кармане. Я же даже отмычку смог купить, если она у кого-то продается. О, пойдем глянем, продается ли у кого-то отмычка. Так, тоже на базар ходить. Вот иди на базар. Нет? Нет, никто не общается. Необщительные вы парни. Если вы такие же необщительные парни, ставьте палец вверх. Давайте общаться.
Good God. You look terrible. Did someone attack you?
Кто на меня напал? Нормально выглядящая одежка. Офигели. Даже шматё, блин, не потрепалось. О чем вы? О чем вы? Так, а ты покупаешь только... Продаешь только вот это, да? Старые сапоги слегка потрепались. Точно, по ним видно. По ним видно, да, по ним видно. По ним прям все видно. А ты что продаешь? Хей! Чё паришь, бродяга? Да прибудет с тобой Господь. Конечно, прибудет. С вами прибудет. Шалфей. 153. Остание торговца. Эй. Так, я вообще-то яблоки хотел себе продать. Они ж попадают. Шалфей не попадают. И сыр продать. Остальное все не попадает. Но.
let's talk about the price.
Why not?
Are we agreed?
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little, and we'll agree.
My last offer.
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
Oh, that's a decent price.
Ну, все равно получил больше. Так, а у вас вообще навык есть какой-то торговли или что-то такое? Обаяние. Шум, скорость. Сытость. Мы даже силу качали. Ничего тебе сразу не скручать. Так. А что у нас? Общий уровень 2. Прогресс 56. Аскет. Пипец, вот просто что не навык, так с какими-то плюсами и минусами. Чё мне? Но неудобно в постели все время спать. Наверное, вот это, да? О, тут все нормально. Лазучик, да. То, что надо. Так, все. Так, блокировки, могильщик. Ну, даже не знаю. Да, наверное, вот эту штуку. Смута. Лучше. Ой, как все переведено. Ой, а была ж сотка. Была ж сотка. Навыки. Починка, да. Характеристика. Репутация. Телепорт. Еще почему тут? Еще один. Еще даже 3 тут торговца есть. Блин, что, у меня так никого не будет отмычки? Серьезно, где отмычка? Кузнеца, набор. Стёганая коричневая палка. Продать. Продать. Ну что, когда хера баба? Все равно не хватило. Ладно. Нет, стоп, подожди. Меньше, меньше.
Let's have a word about the price. Satisfied?
That's better. Drop in a bit more and we'll call it a deal.
What about this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Are we agreed?
That's better. Drop in a bit more and we'll call it a deal. All right, sir.
Идеально.
I'm stocking up. I have about everything.
Но, насколько я понял, все равно нигде нету отмычки, не у кого купить. Тут точно нет отмычки. И сюда я заходил, тоже нет отмычки, да? Ты подаешь отмычку? Да, ты тоже не вода, тоже не подаешь отмычку. Что? Хорошо. Хорошо. Да, мне пока походу не надо. Ничего, изи бриз заработал я 100 монет. О чем вы говорили, что трудно зарабатывать деньги? Так. Давай выбивать долг.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father's... You... Look.
You son of...
Doppeltele.
Sod! Bring it on!
Так, стоп, я вообще забыл, как блокировку делать. Проблем не давайте сюда тоже такой. Ага, захват лета, особая атака. А блокировать атаки Q. Атаки Q. Кстати.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh. Curse it. Ah. Alle doppertele. I'll slaughter you. God. Enough! Enough! I give up!
Welcome.
My God, what happened to you? You look like...
I feel a lucky throw coming my way.
Strong linen, delicate velvet, beautiful and functional. Rags, fabric, brocade, satin, you'll find it all here.
Так, все сама. Это приносит 50 очков.
No point in pushing it.
Так, что я не понял. А, вот так вот. Я понял. Еще фишка. В принципе. Тысячу? Да ладно.
Finished.
Чё читерит? А я выиграл. А я выиграл. А я выиграл. Он был читер, я все равно выиграл.
Look where...
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as...
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer. But when it comes to politics...
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today. I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the...
What of... Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
Ну да.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking us.
Vaniac?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be...
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that...
Enough. You sound just like
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite savior...
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me.
You bet I will.
Ну ты ловила. А тут чувак с подругой флиртует по полной.
If it's charcoal you want, talk to my...
God be with you, Henry.
А то, ты не видишь? Он так и стоит. Ой, все воровать, ужас, ужас. Да кто меня тут увидит? Ой, я нарушитель закона. Нет, столько сундуков, ни одной отмычки. Какая печаль.
May the Lord watch over you, Henry. Hey!
Ладно, погнали к отцу. А что ты же съездил, свои дела закончила? Не знаю. Вот так вот. Сама тут ходить и нет. Я не то имел в виду.
About time.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal?
И он, возможно,
Good.
будет
We'll
мой.
fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Ну ты же как говорил, что он в кузнице не работал. Работал.
I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him.
Ты серьезно?
I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
Вот же.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Типа вот так.
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
Чё она какая-то грязная?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Ловелас. Мой герой такой левел.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop
А
staring
он
at her,
из-за
I can't
планки
see this.
припадает, из-за
It's time for
Терета.
the trial by fire.
Я не виноват. Это чешский... Как там правильно говорить? Мудак? А меч хорош.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
Ты
You
чего?
haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let
commoner?
him try it.
Nope.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Ой, печалька. Сизигмунд пришел. Или не Сизигмунд? Сизигмунд? Вот зря ты пока не учил драться на мече.
Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Блин, неужели Сидимул вырезал прям все?
We have to close the gates. Move! Come on, we're closing. Move it, people! Come on!
Вырезать крестьян, то некому будет восстанавливать экономику по
Get
ценам.
inside quick! We have to shut the gates. Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back. Get through the gates.
Извините. Что там же не говорил про отсутствующие капли крови? Сейчас отца и походу... Да лучше бы его отрубил. Было бы эффектно. О, да. Жену больше видно, что убили. Какой лыцань.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Беги, ты успеешь. Не успел. Слишком медленно бежал. Ах да, ладно, вас слишком много. Я понял, почему Женя их не убивал. Может, я так и вряд ли спас эту женщину. Блин. Ах ты ж ежик. Меня вбили. Вообще изверги тупо берут и убивают. Прикинь? Какие зверюги. Где наша лошадка? Так, стоп. У нас обычно главное прошлое. Чего быстро? Так, параметры. А ты быстрее скачешь? Лошадь. Ладно, походу заставка. А что ты там так выглаживаешь? Что-то ты все говорится. Я бы сказал, но мне трансляция. Вот так вот. Что за стреляк?
Left. Talmor gets to the left, along the stream.
Кровотечение. О, да.
No, not this way. Jesus.
Я помню, потому что есть все крови, я понял. Да я уже понял, что 2 раза Shift надо нажимать. Но поздно было, меня уже расстреляли. Вон, да. Быстрый темп и выносливость с лошади. Да, блин. Да, мы пропустим, так как мы все равно уже...
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the string.
У меня лагает? Да ладно, нормально игра идет. Да серьезно, как такое что? Я не знаю, может это трансляцию включить?
Warn the others. They've torn scallops. Go! They'll kill you all.
Блин, достали. Чё у вас такие лошади не устающие или что? Ну, я прискакал. Я не знаю, какие лага говорить, я вообще не чувствую дискомфорта. Ну, я уже привык, возможно. К лагающему компу.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here! Hey! And loose! Hanju, Husungine! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
И в обморок.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
А ты еще долго? Не знаю. Вот так. Что-то меня не накормили, я честно.
Nothing terribly urgent, sir. Just a reminder from your cousin that he'll come in a month.
Ah, I see. Well, remind me the week before he arrives, so I'll have time to prepare properly for his visit.
Of course, sir.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Be off now. You don't belong here.
You fled from Skalitz. How did you manage that?
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and...
Heavens above.
I ran to the castle for shelter with the others. But they were both killed. The gate was closed by then. The men on the battlements were...
My God, that's horrible. You were lucky to survive.
Must eat.
Может, ее что повесить? Вот сам.
Hey!
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the...
I feel quite hungry.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he wasted his talent, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Be a bit more careful.
Don't you start. Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
What? I hear you came from Scallas today. What is it? What the hell?
Sigismund's army.
Heavens above!
They began murder. Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Утешил,
You're
утешил.
welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to father, who sent me to collect it from him. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his...
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to... A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted...
How awful.
And then death descended on... The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste.
I can't even imagine how
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find... The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was... I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought...
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that...
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will...
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Всем спасибо, всем пока.